Hey drummers, Garey Williams is back with another reaction and analysis video. In today's video, we're going to be checking out one of my personal favorite drummers, Manu Katche. I first discovered Manu when he started playing with Sting and have loved his playing ever since. Let's check him out. Love the tom instead of the snare. Boom. More tribal. It's kind of a biome ensemble. Boom. Boom. Okay, I learned that lick there from Michael DeRozier years ago. Just out of high school, I started taking lessons with Mike DeRozier when Heart was huge. And one of the things that Mike really exposed me to is incorporating the bass drum as another limb. If you compare sort of Neil Peart's playing to John Bonham's playing, Neil is what I call a top-heavy drummer. He obviously has bass drums and a double pedal now with a single bass, but the point being is he had multiple targets for his hands, many toms, lots of cymbals, obviously snare. Bonham had a relatively small big band style drum kit, so the bass drum was often incorporated as like another limb as a result of that, because you didn't have as many tom surfaces. So this lick is a 4-note pattern, 3 up, 1 down, so right, left, right, kick. So it's he's playing in a triplet kind of thing. So anyways, that's what that lick is there. It's cool, triplets. Love the splash cymbals. They're just awesome. Here we go. Let's check them out some more. There we go again. Steep gap too. That's 2 up, 1 down. Nice. Right, right, left. Love it. One up, 2 down, unison. Yeah. 1 up, 2 down, unison. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Cool. 3 up. That was just the coolest cool. He's doing it again. So it's right, left, right kick, but the right hand stays on the snare and left hand on the hi-hat. So you get a really mixed texture. That same lick he did before, but it's now with a different orchestration. Snare, hat, snare, kick. Yeah. And a big French grip in the left hand, thumb on top of the stick. Is that cool or what? So the right hand's playing on the shell of the floor toms. Oh, 2 up, 1 down. Yes. Yes. Singles. Triplet rolls. Cool. Wow. Splashes are so cool. Yes. It's 4 up, 1 down. 3 up, 1 down. Actually, I think it's 4 up. 1, 2, 4, 8. Ah. Up, 1 down, right, left kick. Hi-hat with the kick, kind of bonded. Nice. Yes. Yeah. Nice patterning. Footwork. Fast twitch footwork. Love that floor tom sound. Yes. Whoa. Love his splashes. Nice shot of his hands. Right, left, right, left there. Between the right hand and the floor tom. Left hand the snare. Nice finger control work there. Look at that. Left stick is backwards. Right stick is forward. His foot's probably tired. Yeah! Yeah, Manu. Cool. Yes, that was awesome. Why? Oh, for several reasons. As Manu Katche, who's one of my favorite drummers, and just loved his work with Sting and Peter Gabriel, and kind of cool the movements there, peaks and valleys in solos, where there's different segments, where there's like some louder parts, some quieter parts, and different kind of grooves, and he stuck with some cool movements, and lots of repetition and theme and variation on the movements, ideas that he's playing. Definitely Latin oriented. It was kind of that floor tom thing with the right hand on the shell of the floor tom. There's a salsa pattern that's known as cascara, and that's a Spanish word meaning shell. And it's the shell of the timbali, and it's what like guys like Tito Puente would play in the, when he was with us. That little pattern, and then sometimes in Mozambique, but it's a little bit different than the cascara pattern. They're very related, but you can play that right hand pattern on the floor tom shell, and then you can have the left hand moving up the rip. So you got the left hand traveling up and down the toms, creating sort of a kind of a melodic line, filling in around the right hand cascara or Mozambique rhythm that's played on the shell. So very cool stuff. Ignacio Barrero, a really great drummer that played with Dizzy Gillespie, has this wonderful instructional video on Afro-Cuban drumming. And you can see the side of his floor tom is pretty bashed up from playing so much cascara on it, because that's just part of the sound, to get that more authentic woody sound he played on the shell, the wood shell. Really cool stuff there. I just love the guy's feel. I love the sort of the musicality to his approach. some great facility, but always very tasteful. And one of my favorite tracks that I heard him play on was on the I think it was Nothing Like the Sun. It was Sting's second solo CD, and the tune is called Englishman in New York. I just absolutely love that tune. In fact, when I first started hearing that tune many years ago, I sat down to my drum set to play it, and I thought, this is not right. So I went up and listened to it again, came back downstairs in my basement where I had a studio in Seattle, BC, before children, and tried to play it again. And finally I was like, this isn't working. It seemed deceptively simple, but it was tricky to my ear because I was still getting new into this whole reggae vibe. But finally I just took my stereo and brought it down to my studio, back when you had different component stereo systems in those days. And then finally was able to figure out what he's doing. And then later, in a group I had for a short period of time in Seattle, we put together an instrumental version of this. And I actually sat down and transcribed the entire song, everything that Manu did on the Englishman in New York. And it really was cool to see the variations on the basic groove and how he's able to express that kind of pattern, let the music inspire him. So anyways, I love his playing. I think he first became noticeable to most of us with Peter Gabriel, and that's my understanding is how Sting found out about him, was through hearing him play with Peter Gabriel. And then, of course, he recorded on several Sting albums. Soul Cages is another one that he was on that I absolutely love his playing on. So that's the great Manu Katche. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please give me a like, subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends. If you're interested in any instruction, I've got some information in the text box below. Also have some online courses, so check all that stuff out, and I will see you on the next reaction and analysis video. Until then, have a great day. See you then. Bye-bye.